to become good at Monster Hunter. You must become the monster. Yes. Hunt the monsters. Wait. What? What was that? This game isn't actually like that. Like, this isn't. Well, hang on. I'm hunting monster. This is Pocket Monster, right? And the game's called Monster Hunt. And I got a sword. So this isn't what you do in it. I guess I better check this game out. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I was a little bit mistaken about what you do in Monster Hunter. So, how about we review it and not slay Pikachu with a diamond Minecraft sword? Monster Hunter is an intense world, to say the least, filled with interesting creatures that are waiting for you to discover. World is the most fitting term, to say the least, for this game, as more ambitious games are continuing to break into the open world aspects of gaming. Bigger, better, longer games that take 100 hours plus to complete. And while most people who are used to RPGs might enjoy these aspects of gaming, as many old RPGs can take hundreds of hours to finish, people who are used to a more straightforward gaming experience might be put off as to how massive Monster Hunter World really is. So today's video will be taking a look at the world, the world of Monster Hunter, and discovering if it truly is a world that you want to be a part of. Or is the world just too big? Firstly, I want to begin by explaining that this is a really big Monster Hunter game. The first big Monster Hunter release since we've seen from Monster Hunter being on the Wii. I actually have the Wii demo disc right here, still packaged, believe it or not. Yeah, Monster Hunter was on the Wii, and there is a massive gap between this version of Monster Hunter with graphical improvements, different controller, different consoles. Everything's different about this game, except for the core of Monster Hunter itself. You can understand why this game didn't come out on the Nintendo Switch after playing it for a few hours. And while I have nothing against the Nintendo Switch, the developers even said it themselves, that they wanted to use the most powerful hardware they had at the time. That's 4 years ago, and that was the Xbox One and PS4. From the massive monster battles to the world itself, it seems hyper-realistic for the world and the player, kind of like if the world itself could really be an actual place, maybe akin to like Jurassic Park, if it really did exist. Beginning with nothing but a small weapon, much like other RPGs, this game offers you the grind to the top. Through simple rewards and quest systems, you are able to hunt down monsters, upgrade your abilities, weapons, armors, and continue becoming better and better. You grinded for that view, baby! And when I say grind, I mean like grinding up the bones of your enemies to create gear, to then kill more monsters and grind up their bones into more gear. Jokes aside, there is a simple crafting system, and harvesting materials in this game will continue the cycle for the better and better and better until you're at the top of the chain, top of the food chain. Get it, Monster Hunter? You're a hunter, top of the food chain. While the system is made simple, the types of weapons and items are expansive, making this game really replayable. The system will likely appeal to the more hardcore audience, but is not sacrificed to allow casuals to play the game easily. This is a very much get good game. And while the tutorial for the weapons are short and limited, playing with said weapon takes time to master and can really throw off a lot of first-time players. Time and patience is required to learn every weapon type. Or you could just master a few and forget about the rest. It's your choice. There is nothing dramatic about the story here, and it's very much a game about gameplay over story. The gameplay itself is expanded further into massive quests that will help you upgrade your weapons, forcing players down the upgrade paths of their choosing. This game does not lack content, and if you have the time, the game will provide you with hours of entertainment, but it will mostly be going somewhere, killing a monster, and completing said quests. Many quests require multiple questing to get one really good weapon or armor or whatever you're looking for, which again requires time, patience, and getting good. This extends down to the crafting of armor as well, and allows for the improvement of stats like health, making the game much easier depending on what armor the player chooses. In this regard, it reminds me of Final Fantasy, where certain armors are great for upcoming sections of a game. Tired of taking too much damage against a certain type? Then just throw on armor that resists it and it'll be a walk in the park. And while you're battling the monsters you're hunting for those materials, it will quickly become clear that this is the focus of the game. Do you like dodging and getting hits in when you can? Do you like learning the patterns and beating a very frustrating boss after several encounters? Then this will be the game for you. Scout flies are something that were introduced, a very strange method of tracking monsters that you are going to be slaying. It's like tracking a waypoint system that allows players to find their prey. It's like a hunter system, kind of like Title, like you're a monster hunter. Get it? Like, wow, man. The developer went out of its way to make the player just like a hunter, allowing them to learn the habits and patterns of their prey, tells, hints, and then track and kill them. This is likely why there isn't just a dot on a minimap telling you to just go there and do this. Multiplayer combines both single-player and multiplayer campaigns into a 4-player co-op, allowing the players to combine their efforts and slay said monsters. That said, all the players are also forced to watch any cutscenes for whatever reason. As aforementioned, the consoles that this game is on brings out the best in the graphical performance that I've ever seen from a Monster Hunter game. Massive, seamless maps show how amazing the graphical capabilities have come in gaming. From the monsters themselves to the world, you will likely be pausing up quite a bit just to be admiring the world that has been created. The best part of this game is the world, hands down. Each monster interacts with the world around them, they fight each other, they eat each other, they get attacked, they attack you, and they do not just sit around waiting to be killed by the player. It feels like a real world. It's a massive world, but it's a world filled to the brim with boss fights waiting for you to overcome. The main game itself can be completed in 20 hours. That's if you don't bother with any of the side quests. But to hunt the most elusive and difficult monsters, and to get the most out of the game and the endgame content itself, this easily can take over 100 hours. So, should you buy this game? Well, if you like extensive RPGs where you craft your own weapons instead of finding certain ones, and you enjoy games with a massive focus on battling and hunting down your fights, then this game is the game for you. But if you're a person who prefers to be walked through games and you enjoy smaller games that are beaten within a short period of time, you can get a lot done in a short amount of time, then yeah, this game really isn't for you. It's not a casual game. You can pick it up for 15 to 20 minutes and barely get anything done. Hunting, prey, it takes time. Learning how to stop a monster from fleeing, it takes time. And the weapon system and the boss fights, they all take time. So if you're like a college student, a factory worker, maybe you have a big family and you have to spend a lot of time with them, and you only get, you know, maybe an hour to yourself a day, it might not be the game for you. It might take you like 6 months to a year just to complete this game alone. But then again, that might appeal to you as a hardcore gamer, even with limited time. If it appeals to you, then get it. As far as I'm concerned, it's an A+ game. It hits all the marks that it's going for, and it doesn't fail on any of them. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is Monster Hunter World. It's available for the Xbox One and the PS4. It can be played in very high resolutions. It looks gorgeous. And in general, it's a really fun game. And since the last Monster Hunter game to come out was, well, at least for me, kind of the Wii Monster Hunter game here. It's definitely a massive leap forward. I mean, I really can't believe how nice this game looks and just how nice it is. Compared to this, man, it's massive. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoyed that review, please leave me a big thumbs up, like, and share it. I don't often review games, but this is quite an amazing one, and I decided to go out of my way to review it. If you dislike this video, offer me some constructive criticism and let me know what I can do better for you in the future. Return of Protomario. I had to become a monster to review the monster, ladies and gentlemen. So, Protomario will be returning in the future. But for now, Protomario signing off. As always, ladies and gentlemen, I've been your host, Protomario, and I'm signing out. Good gaming, God bless, and ruff.